Everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. The What's Cracking reading is a general reading. Anybody can watch this. It will resonate with some people and not for others. Basically, I just pick up on what energies are out in the universe. So sometimes people ask me, who's the reading for? If you're watching it and it feels like it's yours, then it's yours. I guess that's the easiest way to talk about readings generally, because you know within a couple of minutes of getting into the reading whether it's yours or not. Use your intuition. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing to me. You know how much I appreciate you all. I'm going to use the Lightseers Tarot for this reading today. I am off from tomorrow to next Friday, so if you do want a reading in the meantime, you can check with me. I can do some readings on my travels, but you'll need to contact me via email. Otherwise, I will be back next Friday, I think. No, that's right. I'm going to do readings on Thursday, next Thursday. All right, hopefully that's everything. Let's see where we're going today. All right, so we have the beautiful Two of Pentacles coming out first. And the Two of Pentacles is a card that talks about trying to find balance and generally within some sort of decision. So it means you may have two equal options, two things that equally are good for you, but you're not really sure which way to go. It could be two partners, two jobs, two opportunities, and you're trying to find balance in that. And I feel that's probably the most important thing about this card, is that you're tossing up which one is best. And that is a decision you have to make for yourself, obviously. Now, sometimes for me, the decision can be around like balance of heart and soul, mind. It could be around balancing out whether to move in one direction or another. But whatever this is, it's creating a sense of feeling sort of stuck in that decision. And the twos are all about decisions, but they all sort of look at different aspects of a decision. In the Pentacles one, it could be that you have two outlays of money, or that you need money and you're balancing your money out here. All right, let's just see what's behind it. All right, we have a Judgment card. So this is about rebirth. It's about something coming around again as part of a natural progression that you need to consider whether you want to move forward again or not. Sometimes it can be in relationships, like an opportunity to have another go round at a relationship. At other times it can be just about you deciding to change something about yourself. So for example, here for me, you may be tossing up on what you need to change, like, do I need to change homes? Do I need to change jobs? I want to have a fresh new start here. So sometimes it can be just generally about things. Whatever it is here, let's have a look. All right, so we have the Magician coming through. I feel like here you may be in a position where you want to have a brand new beginning. It may be something you really want here with the Magician, but something about this decision may create that energy of needing to make some sort of choice about how you move forward with it. So again, for example, you may decide that you want a brand new beginning. You want to move town. Do you move town? Do you move house? Where do you go? There might be two places you want to go to. If it was a relationship, for example, it may be that you want the relationship, but you can't have the relationship unless you make some sort of decision about something. So to me, with the Magician there, it's something you want, something you've desired, something you've more than likely tried to manifest yourself or ask the universe for. Let's dig a little deeper, and we have the Two of Wands, definitely moving down a different pathway here. Okay, we could be talking about Scorpio energy here. We do have the Three of Cups with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So we are talking about a new beginning. Leaving something behind, absolutely, because we're closing something out here. Something that's going to cause us some emotional distress. Okay, with that Three of Cups there, and I say to you every time, even if I do personal readings, that Three of Cups will come up when there's a third party involved. So it may be that you have a choice with the relationship to move forward, but there may be somebody involved in it. May not necessarily be a person. It may be that you're choosing to have a relationship with somebody and it's been revamped. Perhaps the person's moved back into your area, or you have moved somewhere where you've met someone that you knew before, that type of energy. Um, but to me, generally, this feels like whatever it is, it's causing you some distress with that tower there. So I feel like you've got a chance at a new beginning, but for some unknown reason, something else is sort of standing between the two of you. Maybe you haven't resolved something from the past. Maybe you haven't resolved the issue that was happening between the two of you in the past. Maybe that issue is for you some sort of deal breaker, so you've got to get past whether you can live with that or not. But it definitely feels to me like you're making a decision to make big, big changes to move forward with this person. Let's get into it a bit further and see whether it is. You've obviously received some sort of love offer here with the Page of Cups. I feel like I am talking about a relationship here. You know, I can't help thinking, you know, sometimes we talk about the same person returning, but it may not be always the same person. It may be a new person. But sometimes we're given those challenges, even with a new person that we may have experienced in a relationship before, and we're being faced with the same sort of decision. And it may be that that universe is testing you on that particular decision. So it may not be the same person, but it may be somebody similar, and you may be questioning whether to move forward with them because of what's happened in a previous relationship. I'm trying to sort of get the energy to sort of feel an example for you. So you may have been in love with somebody before, and the situation may have broken down because the person was a total workaholic or worked away from home a lot, maybe worked in another country, could have been like a truck driver, never at home. And that relationship broke down because of that particular reason. And there may be somebody coming into your life now who offers you a relationship, who has the same career or a similar career where they're never at home and it's like that, trying to balance whether this time around you could make it work or whether you have to consider it didn't work last time because of those things. That's what it feels more like to me, like you're being offered an opportunity here that may not be a past person, but may contain some of the aspects of the past within this particular situation. So it could be, like I said, they work away from home. It could be that they have other children involved. And maybe that for you has been a problem in the past. Whatever it is, it feels like you're getting a very similar, this is why the Two Pentacles is here. It's like you're getting a similar opportunity, but because of past experience, you're not really sure whether you could make it work this time. And I feel this is causing a great deal of distress for you because obviously you're in love with this person or you're falling in love with this person and you want to have this opportunity, but something is standing between you here. So there has been an offer here. We do have the Hanged Man. See, that's exactly where you are. All right, Three of Pentacles. I feel like you've met somebody who's very aligned with who you are. And we have the Seven of Pentacles again here, which makes me really feel that this is what you wanted. You see, the universe tends to do this to us. You know, if we have difficulty in something we've done before, we tend to repeat the pattern if we're not really getting what we want. So say, for example, you choose this person regardless of what's going on, which is what you did last time, but you don't change what you're doing within that relationship, then you're just going to repeat a cycle. So maybe this time around you have to put some boundaries in place. Maybe this time around you have to have that really raw chat with someone and really put it on the line. This is how it was last time. I've faced this before. I want to let you know, unless you pull your finger out and put an effort in, I can't be with you. Like, it may take those sort of conversations. But I do believe with the Three of Pentacles here that you are destined to be with a person here who really, again, is bringing up a lot of water for you. Cancer, we've got Pisces here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Let's see where we're going. Seven of Wands. I don't feel like it's you that needs to make all the changes. You want to take a leap of faith here. Look at this. You definitely want to take some sort of leap a leap of faith. So you're really wanting to move something forward. Now, if this isn't romance for you, it could be that you're going into another job. It could be that you have decided to change jobs, but knowing that perhaps the same circumstance is going to hit you in a new job as well. You know, are you prepared to make the changes before you move into a new job? Because if you haven't done them in the previous, there's the biggest learning curve ever, is when you're repeating in your relationships and in your job and with your friendships, and it slaps you in the face one day that you're just repeating everything because you're not addressing the very thing that you need to address to stop that cycling happening. I know people who've done it. Obviously, I read for people, so I know, you know, with relationships, you can have a relationship and you don't sort it out, you walk away, and the next relationship comes in mirror, absolute mirror, sometimes worse, sometimes more challenging. And the same thing happens in jobs. You walk away from a job and you just get a job that ends up being exactly the same. There is some sort of element here with that Two of Pentacles on how to, it's almost like you have to, with that Tower, change the way you're seeing things before you move forward. There's the love offer, see, Knight of Cups coming through. Three of Swords, you don't want to get heartbroken. Of course you don't. You don't want to do that again. So here we have the Hermit. So for me, this reading is all about you going deep inside before you make that choice. I will put a couple more cards on it. Let's just have a look. Okay, so have you trying to make a decision here? I feel like you've got an opportunity to do something again or to go around again, and you've manifested. We've got that and the Seven of Pentacles showing. There's a brand new direction opening up for you. But I feel like in order to move in this new direction, there is a possibility here that you have to change the way you see things in your world. Because somehow or another, something is coming between two people that perhaps has happened previously. Now, if this is a job, this is a family member, even if you've resumed a relationship, like made up with someone, possibly the same pattern's going to repeat unless you make some sort of decision to end the way you're doing things and take the lessons you've learned and move on to the next experience. So I feel like the thing that's coming between you and another person, if it's another person or you and another job, is the realization that maybe you've done this before, the realization that somehow or another it's something you have to see within yourself before you move forward. You know, if it is that your partner works away from home all the time, how would you work with that differently this time around? And if you don't think you can, then that is a deal breaker. I often think of the person who, you know, you meet somebody who's very social and they want to be out with their friends all the time, and eventually the relationship breaks down because you feel that you're always put on the side. And then you meet somebody really socially dead. How do you avoid that? Good boundaries is a really good one. Having boundaries, saying to someone, you know what, I've experienced this before. Unless you're prepared to put in this effort, I'm not prepared to go ahead with this. Definitely something happening like that. But I feel like here with the Hermit card, you're not necessarily saying no here, but you are realizing that there are things that you need to heal within yourself before you move forward. Okay, let's have a look what's coming through. So I have the King of Swords coming through here. Right, with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're being offered, look, there's the Devil energy. I feel like you're being offered something again that reflects a past relationship. Look, to me, some of you may be meeting someone who could be very narcissistic, for example, or could create, this is going around in circles for me. So it could create something that just will keep cycling, but it's something that could be quite toxic. So you've got to be the one to work out how to work with it this time so that it doesn't become toxic again. You know, when you meet somebody and you're ignoring bad behavior, or you're ignoring the way you're being treated, or you ignore the red flags. Let's face it, you know, sometimes you can have those red flags up the front of a relationship and you ignore them because you really like the person. They're very charismatic and, you know, you really like who they are. And you may be presenting with this same person over and over again, as I always say, with a different face. So this time around, you have to decide, is this for me? And you can work with people who have some narcissistic tendencies, but you need to put your boundaries in place. You need to be able to say, look, that doesn't suit me. And if you're not happy with the way I am, I can move on. Because I feel like sometimes people just keep pushing the envelope knowing that you're going to be soft and you're going to sort of not do something. So if you speak up, for example, and the person retaliates, then you avoid speaking up in future. That's not a good thing. So I feel like here it could be that you've had a toxic situation or relationship before, and this time around you're being asked, I'm going to read the Energy Oracle cards, you're being asked to make sure that this time around it's not really on your terms, but that you are being considered in the relationship. And if somebody agrees to something and they fall over, then you may have to pull the plug straight away. Because if somebody's going to lie to you about investment and then let you go, then obviously you're not realizing your value, so you need to let them go. All right, Energy Oracle card. Oh, there it is. Angel of Balance. Ooh, like Two of Pentacles energy right there. Card 48. Being centered and self-honoring in your choices. This loving presence holds a picture of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming into your life. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call on this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. Beautiful card to get on that reading. Very, very nice. I feel that you need to put your own needs at least equal with the other person's needs. All right, I'll leave you with that. Thank you.